Say, man, hey, man, I ain't think I was ever gonna be making this video right here. But the time has come. Jermell Charlo let Errol Spence know ain't nobody should be fighting for that WBC strap unless you come see me first. Yeah, you gotta go through me. We gonna talk about what Jermell Charlo had to say, what this can mean between Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence. But before we do all that, make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's cook on it. So, like I said, I didn't think I was ever going to be making this video right here. Now, when Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo was on top, it seemed like all of the haters, all of the fans that didn't like neither one of them, they kept trying to put them against each other. You know, like they doing to Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis right now. You know, Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence, man, they had been close. They was real close, and they probably still real close. I don't know what their relationship is like right now, but they shared the same trainer. That is no longer a factor now. They don't no longer share the same trainer. I don't even think that Jermell Charlo is getting trained by Derrick James anymore. The only person that's getting trained by Derrick James that I know of now is Ryan Garcia. Other than that, it looks like they may have all left him. But regardless of all of that, like I said, at one point in time, you had a lot of fans calling for Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence to fight. Even though Errol Spence had never moved up to 154, they were still calling for it. You know, people like messy shit. People like corruption. People like to see friends fight each other and all of that. So, you know, that was a topic in boxing at one point in time. And they spoke on it. And when they first spoke on it, they was like, we'll never fight each other. Like, you know, that's like my brother. We'll never fight each other. Like I said, once again, like Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson always say. You know, they was adamant on that. But then, as time went on, Errol Spence was like, yeah, if they pay me enough, yeah, we could get it popping. Like, yeah, I don't have no problem fighting, you know, Jermell Charlo if they want to pay us both enough. And Jermell Charlo was kind of like, nah, you know, I'm not trying to fight Errol Spence. But things have looked like they have changed lately. Now, I'm going to get into what Jermell Charlo directly had to say recently, as of yesterday or last night. But before that, a lot of people missed this, right? And I don't know if I reported on it or not, but I was intending to report on it, but I may have forgot, right? Jermell Charlo, he put up a message on his Instagram story, and this was probably a few months back. And he said, I'm back, and I'm coming for everybody at 154. It don't matter who it may be. I want everybody. Y'all all gotta see me. Now, when I seen that, I'm like, okay, could he be talking about Errol Spence too? Because we know that Errol Spence been announced that he's going to 154. This fight with Sebastian Fundora, it hasn't been officially announced, but we've been knowing for damn near a year that EJ and Sebastian Fundora is supposed to fight each other, right? So that thought came across my mind, but I didn't give it too much thought, right? Left it alone, right? Now, this is a direct message because once again, like I said, everybody knows that Errol Spence is the guy that gets to step in and fight Sebastian Fundora, right? Now, y'all may have forgot Jermell Charlo was supposed to be the champion in recess, I believe, meaning that whenever he decides to come back, he should be the one to fight for that strap. Or if you want to get a chance to fight for the WBC strap, you got to go through Jermell Charlo. Well, we know the WBC and these sanctioning bodies, they never really hold up their end of the bargain. They work how they want to work, depending on who it is. Like Canelo Alvarez, he can have a mandatory for 3-4 years and they'll pretend like he don't have a mandatory. So it just depends on who you are. Now, Jermell Charlo, he's let everybody know that he's back. And now, to me, he's talking to Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora, because he says nobody should fight for the WBC championship title without seeing me first. Without seeing me first. Nobody. So that's Errol Spence included. He said, if you want to fight for this strap, you should have to come see me. And I'm going to keep it a buck. I think that this is a big fight for Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo. They no longer have the same trainer. So they don't have to worry about who is Derrick James going to train and this and that. It's Houston, Texas versus Dallas, Texas. This fight is huge. I mean, you can do 60, 70,000 in Dallas Cowboys Stadium if they make this fight happen. Both fighters, you know, they at the back end of their career. I don't know how long Jermell Charlo has left, but I know Errol Spence has let it be known clearly that he only has 1 or 2 fights max in him, right? So we know that he's ready to go out the door. And what better way to go out the door with another huge mega fight? Jermell Charlo, all the history, friends become rivals. That's big. That's big. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how close they are now. You know, it looks like that Errol Spence has distanced himself from a lot of people. And I'm not saying that he ain't still close with Jermell Charlo. I'm just saying I don't know. It doesn't look like that they're as close as they once was, right? Also, Jermell Charlo went against his brother Jermall publicly. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't think it'll be a problem with him fighting Errol Spence now, because for a while, I think Jermell Charlo kind of looked at Errol Spence and was like, I don't really want them problems. You know what I'm saying? He even talked in the past about, man, this dude is a beast. I thought I was a gym animal. Man, Errol Spence is on a different level, right? He said that. So he let it be known that Errol Spence, and then we heard the sparring stories back. And this is back when Errol Spence was in his prime, when he was that ninja with the shag. You know what I'm saying? When he was wrecking shit, right? And we heard the rumors that Errol Spence used to be always getting the best of Jermell Charlo in sparring, right? So with all of that being said, they got a lot of history. You know what I'm saying? Not bad history. They got history because they was so close to each other. And this would be a big fight, man. Like I said, I don't know how long Jermell Charlo intends on staying in the sport, but imagine Jermell Charlo coming back and taking his WBC strap from Errol Spence. Or, you know, Errol Spence beating Jermell Charlo. That would be big, man. So it looks like if this fight between Sebastian Fundora and Errol Spence ever does take place, whoever wins, they got to see Jermell Charlo because he wants his belt back. That could be Errol Spence. It could be Sebastian Fundora, but we all know the bigger fight is with Errol Spence. Would y'all want to see this happen? Y'all just let me know, right? I'm just reporting the news to y'all. How y'all feel about this? Would y'all want to see a mega showdown? EJ versus Jermell Charlo, Dallas versus Houston. How big do y'all think this would be? Drop a comment in my comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.